Good morning. It's Saturday and we're in Florida City. We drove down last night, Friday night, just so that today we could wake up and only be like a half an hour, 40 minutes away to the Keys. So we stayed at True by Hilton here in Florida City, and it's comfy. It's all you could ask for. We really just kind of got here, crashed, and then woke up. So today we don't have plans. If you watched my announcement video, you already know that we just kind of show up. We were really hoping to go to John Pennekamp, and this morning when we woke up, it was 65 degrees. It is supposed to get to 77 here by 10 o'clock. So hopefully it's nice enough to want to get in. We'll probably go either way, but we were both really hoping to be able to like get in the water, and yeah, so now that we live in Florida, we are spoiled, and that sounds just a little bit chilly. If we were visiting from Iowa, I would make fun of myself so bad. So it's kind of subjective. But anyways, hoping to get to John Pennekamp and then probably lunch and then getting to our hotel in Islamorada. But who knows? The day could go completely differently. And so yeah, I wanted to make a note of just kind of like what we wear in the Florida Keys. Just, I don't know why, but anyway, a lot of people when they visit get pretty dressed up. It's fun to get dressed up on vacation. And what I love about the Keys is that no one cares what you wear either way. So you can get dressed up and feel amazing and everyone will love you and you'll fit in. Or you can go my style. You can air dry your hair, wear no makeup and just a tank top, and also be fine. So that is something that I love about the Keys. Also makes it kind of difficult to pack for me because we never know if we're gonna wanna dress up or not. But since we don't know where the day is going, this is what we're doing. And anyway, so that's something that's really special in my opinion. There was one more thing I was gonna say. What was it? I'll be back once I remember. I think I was gonna say that we're gonna go get acai bowls for breakfast. There is a place a mile from the hotel that looks really good. And then hopefully our first stop in Key Largo before we do anything is Cuban coffee. Come along. I'm so excited. We find Florida City to be a really convenient place to crash the night before heading to the Keys, but I made that its own video because I have a lot to say about that. So if you're interested in crashing in Florida City, I will link that video in the description below. So like I mentioned, our first stop was for acai bowls. They're a great breakfast option because they make you feel full, but you're also eating healthy food. We stopped at Mr. Tutie Fruties right in Florida City. They make acai bowls from scratch and the ingredients are super fresh. They also seem to do a lot for the community. They had a food pantry there, and there were also a lot of signs advertising events for anyone needing assistance. So that made us feel even better about spending our money there. It just seems like a really good place. The coffee shop that I've been talking about for the last like 6 months. What is it? Coco Plum?
Coco Plum place.
Coco Plum. It's finally open. The last 3 times we've been here, I think 2 or 3 times, it's been closed. So
I think they should change the name to the Eclipse because of how often they're open.
do you think it's gonna be worth the wait?
I hope so, yeah. I do. We are at the entrance to John Pennekamp, and I just will show you these prices in case you're curious. We are getting ready to go into real Florida for $9. Super worth it, and we are excited. We grabbed coffee from that place, but by now in the video you'll already know that because I'll show you. But yeah, I'm excited to drink our coffee in this beautiful place. We are trying to figure out just the best place for parking. There's a couple different spots. place is really big. There are tons of rentals, and maybe you just saw that. There's a cafe. Here's snorkeling gear right here. This is a great park to snorkel in, so that would be fun. What are you looking at?
This guy's literally making a web right now. It's just crazy watching it come out.
From John Pennekamp in Key Largo, we went to the Florida Keys Brewing Company. If you've watched any of our other videos on the Florida Keys, then you already know that this is a must visit every time we are in the Keys. We really love it here. This is their stage, and they do have live music almost every day, most days of the week anyways. And they also have a cat that roams the property that we've gotten to see the last 2 times that we've been there, which is really, really exciting. We love her. So after the Florida Keys Brewing Company, we headed to Casa Morada, which is the boutique hotel that we stayed in while we were in the Keys. We loved it there so much that I did a hotel tour just on this hotel, and I'll link that video in my description below if you're interested. One of the things that I forgot to mention in that video is that they have cats on the property. They have a few different cats, and while they accepted our attention, I don't think that they necessarily needed it. They were pretty indifferent, but we loved them so much and found them to be such a big bonus of staying there. They really didn't wander much past the reception office, so they were like never anywhere close to our room or anything like that. And they seemed to mostly hang out like in the bushes around the reception office and then in that like chair that you saw. But we loved them so much. A lot of resorts in the Florida Keys provide kayaks, paddle boards, and bikes, things like that are available with your reservation, and Casa Morada was no different. We didn't get to enjoy the kayaks or the paddle boards because the water was really, really choppy when we were there, but we really enjoyed the bikes on this trip. We biked around the island and to both of the breweries, but our favorite place to bike was the village square at the trading post, which I'll show you in a second. So I'm gonna show you our little bike around the town because it's beautiful. I love Islamorada, and these are just some of the little streets that we discovered, and we just love them so much. Every house is different. It's all so unique and islandy, and so hopefully this brings you a little bit of a tropical getaway in your day today. Enjoy this little bike ride.
It's been a long, hard season. I'm feeling weary to my bones. I guess that's my reason. I've packed my bags and now I'm gone. Somewhere between the sun and the deep blue sea. That's where you find me. Tender red, flat out on a beach bed. That's where you find me. Working on my fishing skills in a little boat that I rent. Ain't got nothing but time to kill. No vacation's been more heaven sent. Somewhere between the sun and the deep blue sea. That's where you find me. Tender red, flat out on a beach bed. Somewhere between the sun and the deep blue sea. My feet in the sand, green umbrella drink in my hand. That's where you find me. Between the sun and the deep blue sea. That's where you find me. Tender red.
This is Islamorada Beer Company. Of course, we could not leave them out. We visit both Islamorada Beer Company and the Florida Keys Brewing Company every single time we're in town. And we absolutely loved being able to ride our bikes to both this time with the bikes from our boutique hotel. That was a really, really fun experience, and we were glad to be able to do that. I mentioned that we found a new place on our bikes, and that was Village Square at the Trading Post. We found it completely on accident because we had tried to go to Lorelei's for dinner. Lorelei's is a restaurant right on the water, and a lot of people like to watch the sunset there. Again, because it's on the water, it's beautiful, and there's also tons of live music. It's a really popular place, and because of that, it was really crowded when we tried to get there for dinner, which is completely understandable. We never made it to Lorelei's on this trip and definitely hope to try it next time. But I am pleased with what we did find. We ended up at Bad Boy Burrito, which is located at Village Square, and we had almost the entire courtyard to ourselves, which felt magical. Because of the time we were there, it was like right when the sun was going down, so the twinkle lights were just beautiful. It was for real such a vibe. So we didn't get the courtyard to ourselves the whole time. It was getting busy at the time that we left, and it seemed like it was all locals because they all knew each other and were chatting, so that was really cool. This place has a boutique, it has other shops and a coffee shop, and also, of course, Bad Boy Burrito. The shops were closed when we were there because it was a little bit later, but we went back the next morning for coffee, and the coffee shop was seriously so adorable. I don't have any footage of the coffee shop because it's a really, really tiny coffee shop, and only 4 people can go in at a time because of social distancing. And I just didn't want to be rude to the other people in there and film, but I'm going to go back and film sometime, and just trust me that it's adorable. It's called Cafe Mocha, and we noticed another location, I believe in Key Largo, so they do have other locations throughout the Keys.
So then after that, we biked back to the hotel where we spent the rest of the night. We really enjoyed the sitting area outside of our hotel room, and we sat there for a few hours. But here is our bike ride home from the plaza, and that's again where I will leave you because this is where we ended our night.
Where have you been? It's like I waited all my life, so happy that I found you. I'm paper thin. I haven't always been this shy, but haven't felt this in a while now. So sad when we are apart. If you leave, you break my heart. I need you to need me too. Stay with me when it's getting dark. Hold me tight, close in your arms. I want you to want me too. Why is it so hard to just be honest? Why is it so hard to speak the truth? Why is it so hard to just be honest when I want this? Maybe you want it too, so I just need to tell you. I just need to tell you. See the sun in the shadow all my life, but I finally see the light. I give myself to you. I want to get this right. Haven't felt this in a while now. So sad when we are apart. If you leave, you break my heart. I need you to need me too. Stay with me when it's getting dark. Hold me tight, close in your arms. I want you to want me too. Why is it so hard to just be honest?
Videos from the Florida Keys are some of my very favorite YouTube videos to make, and I hope that you enjoy watching them as much as I enjoy sharing them. As always, thank you so much for being here. Day 2 of our trip in the Florida Keys is coming later this week, so I hope that you'll subscribe so that you don't miss that next video. Can't wait to see you next time. Thank you so much for watching.
Why is it so hard to be? Why is it so hard to be honest? To be honest. Why is it so hard to be? Why is it so hard to be honest? To be honest. Why is it so hard to just be honest?